Bless the Lord, everybody. It's JayJayBorn2Sing there. I said, "Born bless the name of the Lord." So we are here again. Welcome to You Have Made It. Now, as you know, there's people in life. There's loads of people in life that have a story to tell. Some don't tell, and some do tell. And today we have the Queen, Joanne Johnson, that's gonna hopefully tell. Bless the name of the Lord. Welcome, Queen.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
It's an honour and a pleasure. Thank you for having me in your house. Thank you for opening your doors.
More than welcome.
I met your wonderful husband today. that blessed us with some cookies.
Yeah, an abundance of cookies. Yeah, that's Michael for you. Yeah.
If you guys see the cookies, yeah, they look like fritters. You know, like the big fritters you get in the Caribbean shop. They're big. I look forward to eating it later. So, well, you know what? We've met each other on 2 occasions.
Yeah, indeed.
We don't know each other. It's fair to say, right?
Most definitely.
But I know you. I know you by spirit.
Okay.
You know, when I met you, well, when I met you at your at the charity event, obviously I couldn't get to you like that.
Yeah.
Because there was lots of people and stuff. So, but I think we agreed that we saw each other at some kind of party or something before, and I still didn't get a chance to.
We didn't. It was literally a flying heart, like literally hello. I think it was even towards the end of the night that I actually saw you when we were leaving the venue.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah. So but I know you by spirit.
Okay.
And so I want to just say thank you for agreeing to coming and sharing your story, wherever that story is. Because, by the way, guys, I don't know what the story is. You know, I'm getting it firsthand today as well. So I've got 5 burning questions for you.
Okay.
So my first question is, who are you?
My name is Joanne. I'm a mother for 3 children. I'm a wife, and I'm just a woman just trying to make it like everybody else. A woman with a dream. A woman with passion, and a woman with a story, and I hope that my story is going to be able to translate to help other people, most definitely.
Okay, so you just made the next question just wonderful for me.
Okay.
because the next question is, what is your story?
Okay.
You know, start wherever you want to start.
Right, okay, so a few years ago now, I always have got 3 children, 3 boys. We're blessed with 3 sons. And a good few years ago now, over 10 years ago, we lost our middle son to a condition called acute myocarditis, which is inflammation of the heart. So It wasn't as if he was born poorly or anything like that. He was born healthy, well. So it was, I remember when we first got this, when we got the telephone call to tell us how he'd passed away, they described it and said it's literally like going out and being run over by a bus, because it's not something that I said like he was born with. He was healthy, and
take your time, bro. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
It's been a process. It's been a journey, and one that we are still on as a family. When we first lost our son, it got to the point where I felt alone. I didn't feel like I had any network or anybody that I could rely on and lean on, if that makes sense. It just wasn't that. And not people were very supportive, and people were very loving and obviously there for you. But what I found with grief, it goes off. So basically, not intentionally, because life does actually just go on, and I completely get that. But at the time, I found myself in such a dark place where I needed to get help, but there was just no one there that was able to. Right. Myself and my partner, we separated, because at that time it was almost like there was just no communication. There was no. He was where he was and I was where I was. He was wanting to help, but I just couldn't see it at the time, if that makes sense.
I hear that.
So basically, having to be on a journey by myself and having to rebuild myself up, I know what a struggle that has been. So the reason why I'm here today, when you called me and you basically asked to have this interview, for me, I just felt it's something that I had to do to show other people that, you know, it's, if you're going through any type of trauma like that, it's not something that you have to do alone. It's something that you are able it's your own individual journey, but there's ways to get help. Things that I never had at that time. But I'm here today, years on, I'm standing, I'm strong. I'm able to rebuild myself, refine my faith. So, but it hasn't been without its struggles. Most definitely hasn't been without its struggles. We was in debt. I nearly lost my house, my home.
Wow.
Because it was a space whereby I just felt lost, completely lost. I didn't know, I couldn't function properly. I found myself, I'd going out in public and I'd put on this persona, hi, yeah, I'm okay, you know, just to kind of like keep faith. And I obviously had who now is my oldest son, and in my mind I obviously had to try and be strong for him. But it got to the stage where, I'll never forget it actually, I came home one evening, it was like every single evening I'd just be emotional, or I might even have a drink in the evening. I'm not even going to lie about that.
Not wrong.
And Lorenz came in, I'll never forget this day, and I was on the sofa and I was crying. And he came in, and remember he's only about 4 or 5 years old. He's like, okay, Mommy, it's okay. I'm gonna look after you, it's alright, you haven't got to cry anymore. And that for me was a turning point, because I thought to myself, how can, you're my son, I'm supposed to look after you. Yeah? So for me, that is when I started to focus on rebuilding myself so I could be there for my son, and just try to make my way through this crazy thing called life, because at that moment in time it was just crazy. So yeah, that's when it all began. That pivotal moment is where my journey,
your journey started,
to healing began.
So in your own words, what methods did you, or what did you do to begin your journey in healing? I
started to immerse myself in good content. So prime example, I tried to look for forums of people that may have gone through similar things.
Really?
So I went onto forums, linked with other women that have been in similar scenarios, and started to use, just having conversations. And one of the things that I decided to do was start working out. So I started going to the gym and working out. And I found that a good release, in a sense of just giving me that kind of focus. Because I found after I finished a workout, I'd come out of the gym, boxing by the way, I love boxing. I'd come out of the gym, I'd have a good boxing session, and every time I was on that bag, it was almost like something was, every single time something was coming out of me. Really? A bit of anger, bit by bit, was releasing itself. Positive content, books, YouTube, anything positive I immersed myself in completely. The Bible, and obviously praying as well. And that's the methods that I use to kind of rebuilding myself back up. Right.
So now that would you say that in terms of distance, how far are you from then to now in terms of spirituality and emotionally? Is there things that still needs to be fixed, or needs to be addressed, or
even though all these years on, I now know that grief is forever. It's something that you will always go through. I will have days now where I would cry as if it has just happened. Not as often as before then, but it is something that I've now understand. There's whatever you do, whatever you say, is not something that's going to go away. It's not. It is always going to be there. But I've just managed to find a way to how can I put, what's the word I'm looking for? Found a way to what can I say? I've just found a way. Sorry, remind me of the question again, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, how far have you come?
How far I've come. I'm proud of where I am now, most definitely. From being a woman that was depressed, a woman that had no vision, a woman that had just nowhere, I just didn't have anything. Like I said, I nearly lost my home. I was in an amount of debt, to now where I am, where I'm feeling fulfilled, I'm happy, I've refound my faith, and I'm really happy about the journey and how far I've come right now. And
Lovely. So this is a question that I love to ask people, because I believe that in life, there's a purpose and a reason for everything.
Most definitely, yes.
Do we agree?
I do agree with that, yes.
And so there's a purpose for the reason and a reason for the purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're like a bit back on the puzzle now. Yeah.
So my question is, have you found your purpose? Like, do you know what your purpose is now?
I believe I have, yes. I questioned why, time and time again.
Right.
Then I got to the point where it was a case of, you know what, Joanne, like, don't question him. He knows what he's doing. Just trust the process. And where I am now, in a space of where I kind of feel that I'm in a space of healing, because like I said, I don't believe it's something that goes. I believe that I'm here to help others that have gone through trauma in any shape or form, to let them know, look, you know, I'm not saying that it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight. But what I am saying is that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel as though I've gone through what I've been through to be able to help others. That's how I see it. I no longer see it. I don't feel like my son passed in vain. I feel like he passed for a higher purpose.
Wow.
And that's the stage where I'm at now. And that has taken me a long time to kind of, because he was my son, you know, I carried him, I breastfed him, I birthed him. So for me to now know that he passed for a reason, and that reason is for me to go on to help other people, just makes it.
Bless you, good. Bless you.
I'm sorry.
That's my